Well, hey everybody, welcome. We are Facebook Living, and this is a special Facebook Live. It's actually meant to be viewed in the recording by anyone who works with kids in school, or maybe you are a principal, maybe you're an administrator, maybe you're a teacher, maybe you do some church-related or faith-based related work. What I wanted to talk with you about and actually share with you, if you'll hang on, I'm actually going to dig into the bare bones of the content so that you know what I and thousands of other certified people are going to be bringing later on next month, because we have a great big Youth Max event, which is going to hit at least 500,000 youth worldwide. It's happening in late April. And I've already have interviews with a friend of mine, Dr. Dorothy Bonvillain, who has recorded with me an audio interview. She is a former principal with years and years and years of experience, not just with kids in school, but also with this curriculum. And what I wanted to do is just leverage all of the people that I know, as well as the content that I'm going to be bringing to only a couple of different venues in late April. So what this is, this recording is made, even those of you who are watching it live, hey, this is for the purpose of letting you know basically the gist of what we're licensed to present in terms of just the plain straight content. It's all about anti-bullying. It's all about self-esteem. It's all about self-image. It's all about being able to fail forward. And so we're licensed to bring all of these great personal character and development leadership lessons to your population wherever you work with it. And we're doing it, most importantly, we're doing it as a team, and we're all together, and we're also separately in different areas all over the country and the world. So I wanted to dive right into it. If you're somebody that works with youth, then I want you to reach out to me if this is something that you might want. Or if somebody shared this video, reach out to the person that shared this video, because we're all here to help one another, and we're here to impact kids. Now, I'm just going to say this before I dive in. I have been all over the world with not just John Maxwell, but the other hundreds and of facilitators, and there's going to be thousands, but I've been around the world with hundreds of them because I want to make a difference in the world. I want to make a difference with other people that are committed to making a difference in the lives of kids, in the lives of adults, but we're talking about kids and students here, people just like you. So I have gone all the way down to Guatemala. Let me show you where I've gone, because my wife here has a little map on the wall. I'm going to tell you where I've gone. I'm going to point it out on this map. So I have been most recently to Paraguay, right here in the only landlocked country in South America. I was there a year ago helping out youth, and I had a translator. It was unbelievable. And then I was in Guatemala before that, which I think is up here. It looks backwards on my phone. And then I wasn't here with Maxwell, but I was here on a medical mission with my brother and my wife and some other people that we love from Alabama, who take medical professionals into the heart of Eastern Africa. And I did that 2 summers ago. So I really want to make a difference here in the world. Sorry, that's my pot and pan. I want to make a difference in the world, and I just thought that it would be a little bit of hopefully a credibility enhancing thing, just to prove to you where I've been and what I've been doing. My point with all of that is not just to show you a map. I'm back in Delaware. I'm about 2 miles from the Pennsylvania line, okay, in this region. Put me to work. Put the other people that I know in this area, put us to work. We're here to make a difference. So what are we going to talk about when you bring us in? Let me just give you the overview. Now, it goes without saying, as a public speaker, I'm going to bring in personal stories. I'm going to be transparent, bring in little vignettes about my own life, but I'm going to cut that stuff out now because I just want to get to the point in this short video. But here's the point of this anti-bullying curriculum. It's all about getting kids to be encouraged that they can make a difference, that they don't have to just wear the victim card. It just seems like everywhere in our society, everybody's either a victim or being victimized or grabbing the label and the identity of a victim. And I don't want to be insensitive to all of the people that have gone through really hard things, wrong things. I don't want to have my head up in the air and think that there aren't other, privileged situations out there or whatever. I'm probably the poster boy for privilege, though, because I think I've had every advantage in life, and I just want to go and use those advantages to make a difference. So what I don't want to do, or what I do want to do, is encourage people not to identify with victimhood, even if bad things have happened, but to encourage them that there's a better way. And part of the reason that we do this is by just identifying that there's this victimization thing out there, and they don't have to play the role of the victim. Instead, they can do the hard work to grow themselves and be a person who fails forward into eventual success, just like I did when I was in Guatemala, Paraguay, when I was in Tanzania. I was failing forward all the way. I was learning to be flexible. There are some friends of mine that could tell you stories about how flexible I was, and it was pretty interesting. So that's the first thing that we do, is let people know that there is this victimhood thing out there, and not to be insensitive about anything, but to encourage them that they don't have to be a victim. Now, who are the perpetrators of victimhoods? Well, we have a name for them. They're the bully. And what we also do is we define the role and the activities and how to spot a bully. You can spot a bully not from who they are, but what they do. And bullies don't have to be bullies forever. Bullies can be good, productive people that lift other people up instead of tearing them down. But that's the second thing we do, is we let them know who is a bully and how can you find one, and then what do you do when you're face to face with a bully or somebody else has been. What do you do? We define the bully as this. We define a bully as anybody, and it doesn't have to be age-related either. It can be corporate America. We see lots of bullying in all levels of society. A bully is anybody that pushes other people down in order to try to lift themselves up, who lifts themselves up at other people's expense by ripping other people down. And the most important part of this particular talk that I give, which is just one of 4 talks that we give, is to give kids the tools that they need to be able to respond to the bully. Would you like to know? It's really simple. How do we diminish the power of the bully? It's really simple. Going back to the bully, we have strength in our lives, and we have been given strength, and we can use it in 2 different ways. We can use it like the bully does to push other people down, or we can lift other people up. And that's one way that we can diminish the power of the bully, is lift other people up. Booker T. Washington said that we can either rip other people down or we can lift other people up. So the first thing that we do when we confront a bully or the work of a bully is to lift other people up. Second thing that we do is we actually stand up. Usually when we lift somebody else up that's been encountering a bully, we can lift them up. When we encounter a bully ourselves, we can stand up, and we can stand up to the bully. But there's some inner work that needs to be done in order for us to be able to stand up inside so that we can stand up outside up against a bully. What do we need to do, Nathan? You're asking. Well, I'll tell you what we need to do. We need to stand up inside, and that means being able to properly esteem ourselves, because we don't see other people the way that they are. We see other people the way that we see ourselves inside. And so if we already have a low self-image, then we may or may not be able to stand up to a bully and lift up other people up, because we might already be kind of in a bullied mode ourselves. Or some of us, actually, I would say this to the kids, but some of us as adults, we could bully ourselves. We could be pretty rough on ourselves, actually. So we've got to do the inner work to be able, my battery is low, so I'm going to take that notification off right there. So we've got to do the inner work on ourselves. If we're an adult, if we're a kid, no matter where we are in between, we need to do the inner work so that we're properly esteeming ourselves, not over-esteeming, but we've got to properly esteem ourselves so that we can stand up to the bullies in our own life. And we're not going to do that if we're seeing ourselves as small as the bully does. So we've got to stand up and be confident in our own value and our confidence in our ability to make the difference for other people in the world as well. So the more highly we value ourselves, the more likely we are to quickly and immediately stand up to the bully and their action. So we need to see ourselves as the top and the best version of ourselves as we can be. We're gifted, we're unique. We are, we're either created or evolved to be this wonderful, wonderful person inside. And I'm saying that just to be as politically correct as I need to be to demonstrate to you that we're just here to add value and not to bring anything else. We're here to add value to your kids, to your organization with this anti-bullying curriculum. So the third thing that we do after we lift up and after we stand up is we need to pick up. We need to help the bullied person by picking them up. We need to pick the bully up because bullies are going to push other people down and heroes are going to pick them up. And we need to let the bullies know what they're doing is wrong. We need not just stand up to the bully, but when the bully is ready to be picked up and kind of rehabilitated, we need to do that. We need to pick other people up and we need to be willing to forgive the bully when appropriate and pick that person up so that they can change their self-identification, so that they don't say, I am this or I am that or I am this bully and it's who I am and I'm going to be proud of who I am as a bully. We say, no, you're not allowed to be proud of who you are as a bully in that way. You can be proud of who you are because of the great leader that you are or the great character qualities or the difference that you're making in the world. That's a good way to be proud of who you are, but not by pushing other people down as a lifestyle. And there are gifts and talents that instead of pushing other people down, you can be lifting other people up as well. So how do we pick other people up? Well, we have to have a little bit of an identity change from we're certainly not a victim and we're certainly not a bully pushing other people down, but we have to be that third person that I haven't told you who we call it yet, who counters the bully and overcomes the impact of the bully. And we call that person a hero. That's my favorite part of the talk because, is it Spider-Man? Who's your favorite hero? Is it Wonder Woman? Is it Aquaman? Is it the Green Lantern? Is it the X-Men? Is it the Iron Man? I'm trying to think of all of these fun movies that are always getting churned out by Hollywood. There's a lot of good in the movie because it's all about heroes. And what does a hero do? The hero overcomes the bully. The hero stands up to the bully and the hero overcomes the bully, which is wonderful. So heroes see what isn't right and they say, this isn't right. And they say, this cannot be. And they say, I'm going to do something to change it. Now, we have other heroes that are not animated, but they were and are great flesh and blood people living among us. Who are those heroes? Well, Martin Luther King. We celebrated his birthday a couple of months ago. Great modern day hero. Gandhi, great modern day hero, inspired Martin Luther King. Nonviolence, right? What's the bully do? Violence. We have these great nonviolent examples of heroism. We have Mother Teresa, who cared for orphans and lepers and wasn't afraid to come down and just sit in the dirt and minister to the needs of people that were literally unclean. And they were called that in many times throughout history. And somebody who took divine love and ministered to people that were really down and out and not easy to minister to as well. So all heroes, all three, and the whole point of the talk is to let people know the three ways that they can counteract the bully and they can become a a hero. So anyway, again, before my phone dies here, if you are an administrator, if you are a principal, if you're a teacher, if you work with a youth group, if you're doing any kind of youth related activity, and you might not be you're watching this and you're probably on the other side of the planet or the country or whatever, it's okay. If you reach out to me, I will find somebody who is credentialed and who is good and who is right in your neighborhood, because we have thousands of people just like me all over the world. And if you reach out to me, I will find somebody that can bring this content in to impact your students, your kids, your children right there in your neighborhood, in your township, in your city, right where you are. Again, the Global Leadership Youth Max Summit, we're all doing this as a coordinated effort. It's going to be the final week in August, in April, April, right around the corner. And all we're looking for are audiences to partner with and be able to add value to the kids that you're already adding value to. So will you join forces with us? Let us know who you are. And if you don't have any other way of finding out about this, you can go to my webpage, which is DelawareLeadership.com, DelawareLeadership.com, and I have a whole thing of information that you can find out about. And then if you reach out to me and say, hey, Nathan, I'm in Texas, I'm in Florida, I'm in Washington State, I'm in California, I will find somebody. Or if you say to me, hey, Nathan, I'm in Delaware, or I'm in southeastern Pennsylvania, well, I'm more in your neighborhood then. So anyway, hope this added massive value to you. Let's make a difference for the kids, okay? Take care.